We're moving through the late morning on Wall Street. And this hour, the story is rotation inside the same big themes we've been talking about all week. Infrastructure, speculative growth, and a growing focus on retirement security. Let's bring some clarity to the chaos in this part of the session. The biggest shift since our last update is inside AI infrastructure. According to reporting from MarketWatch's Emily Berry, CoreWeave and Nebius shares are rebounding after getting hit on debt worries earlier in the week. A Seaport analyst is asking whether investors went too far on those concerns, and Micron's strong earnings are helping lift the whole AI complex. This is one of those two-sided stories. On the one hand, you've got powerful demand for AI compute and storage. On the other, you've got capital-intensive business models that often rely on heavy borrowing. Traders are treating this rebound as a real all-time stress test of how much balance sheet risk they're willing to tolerate in the AI supply chain. That ties directly into Micron itself, which is still very much in focus. As MarketWatch's Brittany Nguyen puts it, Micron just had its NVIDIA moment. A big beat and a confident message about being a major beneficiary of AI demand. Professionals are watching to see if today marks the start of a multi-day leadership run in high-bandwidth memory and data center chips, or if some of that enthusiasm fades as people dig further into guidance and CapEx plans. On the more speculative side of the tape, Trump media is back in the spotlight. Emily Berry reports the stock is soaring on news of a multi-billion-dollar deal to get into the nuclear power space, targeting the power narrative. This is where traders typically separate the story from the balance sheet. The idea of pairing social media with next-gen nuclear is grabbing attention, but investors will be looking hard at funding, regulatory hurdles, and execution risk. These kinds of names can move dramatically on headlines, so there are areas many market participants handle with extra care. Cannabis is still a bright green pocket as well. Victor Reclitus at MarketWatch notes marijuana stocks remain elevated after word that former President Trump is set to sign an executive order reclassifying the drug. Tilray and Canopy growth remain among the notable gainers. We've seen this movie before. Regulatory optimism can spark sharp rallies, but sentiment in this group can turn quickly if the legal process moves slower than hoped or details disappoint. In the background, there are a couple of under-the-radar themes professionals are keeping on their watch lists. One is the broader AI narrative beyond the obvious chip winners. A piece from Barbara Kallmeyer highlights research from Citrini, looking ahead to 2026 with ideas ranging from on-device AI to more unconventional indicators like a so-called girlfriend index. Traders may treat that more as a framing exercise than a specific playbook, but it underscores that AI is seeping into consumer devices, energy use, and even behavioral trends. Another sleeper story this hour is social security and generational pressure. Alessandra Melito at MarketWatch flags survey data showing many Gen Z respondents would rather cut current benefits than pay higher taxes to stabilize the system. And she also highlights real-world questions from couples in their 60s about when to claim benefits to protect a surviving spouse. That doesn't move the tape today, but over time, changing attitudes toward entitlements, taxation, and retirement could influence fiscal policy, bond markets, and demand for income-focused products. Into the next hour, I'll be watching whether the rebound in CoreWeave and Nebius continues or starts to stall, how Micron trades as analysts update their AI roadmaps, and whether these big, narrative-driven names like Trump Media and the Cannabis Group can hold on to gains as the day gets more liquid. And later this afternoon, we'll pull it all together for you in our closing bell wrap. I'm Grant Mercer, and this is Storm Stock Solutions. Remember, this is information and education, not personalized financial advice. As always, I'll be here to keep clarity through the chaos of these markets. On behalf of Storm Stock Solutions, I'm Grant Mercer. Stay sharp, stay steady.